Hey everyone, welcome to the I.C.A.R.U.S Pod, name pending.
Yeah.
This is Scott.
Damn it, man. I'm Chris.
I'm Max.
And I'm Sammy.
For all three of you aware of us on YouTube, we're not doing a video today, we're just actually bullshitting and discussing.
Quote unquote podcast.
Yeah.
And we're uploading to YouTube. I don't know if it's still a podcast then or just...
YouTube I don't know.
I don't know.
Semantics.
So I think for the video on this, since we have to upload something, I think I just want to put that gif of the seagull almost getting hit by the bus. Just on an hour loop.
Jesus.
Just over this.
Okay. For a second I thought you were going to say that one of the pelican eating the seagull.
That'd be good. Let's just do a bunch of seagull gifs. Let's find an hour's worth of seagull gifs and just...
Done! Why is my controller still on?
I don't know.
They're all on because we didn't turn off the PS4.
No?
We did record some videos today. We're just not recording one now, guys.
I was about to lean over and turn off the PS4, but there's no external button.
Oh, there is. I just can't remember if it's the top or the bottom one.
It's the top one.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you guys can hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you have.
This one's over here.
I started using it, and then no.
I love how our microphone's sitting on a glossary of the construction and decoration and use of arms and armor with no pages in it.
The binding fell out. I have the pages around here.
Somewhere.
Actually, I know exactly where they are. We're just not going into that right now.
Okay, so...
We'll take some of that spelunking we're discussing earlier.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's talk about
Start at the top.
Stuff.
Florida. So Florida Man.
Fuck it.
The best goddamn superhero in the
Let's
world.
move on. No, seriously, he is.
Yeah.
Florida Man.
Okay, what was one of them?
Florida Man Florida Man walks into incorrect house and then tries to kick everyone out.
This house is mine now.
I love it. I love that mine. I wish I could do that these days.
He was just going back to Neanderthal times, just...
And I mean, should we all?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just look up Florida Man and see what we get. There's a whole subreddit for it, so
We're doing it.
here we go.
Homeland Security tricks Florida man into flying to Puerto Rico to dig up $1 million worth of cocaine twice.
Florida woman weightlifter encountering a burglar hit me, so I socked him in the eye and he was trying to get away, and I had him by his shirt and I wouldn't let go. I tried to drag him to get to the phone. That was a quote. I'm scared.
Oh my god, there's my favorite one. And it's not even on here. Florida Man shoots penis while cleaning gun.
Yes. That was phenomenal.
Wait, number 5. Florida woman attempts to use Gatorade in drug test.
Clicking on it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it makes sense. She's not very smart.
There's a picture of her.
I like to believe she tried to use, like, fruit punch. Like a nice, like...
Not even the lemon lime one.
No. No.
Just the red one. Somehow vile Acheron pooper still at large. Click on that.
Oh, what?
Just,
Where is this and what did you see? Oh,
I assume it's more Florida.
Akron pooper. Akron is in Ohio. Ohio? What?
They photographed the man and they didn't catch him.
There's a man shitting on cars in Akron, Ohio, people. Be on the lookout.
And you thought burgers were bad.
I hope that's his wanted poster.
Even worse, they put it on milk jugs.
We should put this in the description of the video. Like, link this in the description.
Just
God.
That's on the back of your friggin' Fruit Loops. Just
on the side of your milk carton.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, my God.
Man threw banana peel at Dave Chappelle.
People are stupid.
Oh. Oh, fuck that guy. I love Dave Chappelle. He's funny.
Let's go back to the subreddit.
No, what the fuck, guys? Seriously.
Okay.
People are stupid.
Piling into car trunk leads to investigation.
Well, the woman with drug paraphernalia asked Deputy, "Do you want to smoke some on it?"
I'm only upset because the grammar in that, to be honest.
Man gets naked, crawls into bed with 10-year-old boy in alleged burglary attempt.
Okay, important question. What was he stealing?
Virginity, apparently.
Oh, that's bad. That's
Oh.
bad.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Oh, I just saw my favorite. Drunk Florida woman offers sexual favors to cop after kicking him in the groin. Why?
Hey, Florida man saves net neutrality. I love that.
I don't even. Oh my god! I'm just gonna start shuffling the cards.
Do it.
Let me see. Which deck am I?
I don't know. You said. We've been playing Smash Up. It's a card game. If you haven't heard of it, it's amazing. Pick it up. Support them so they'll make new expansions and I can buy them.
They've made a lot of expansions so far, and they're all fucking great.
Yeah, that's the point of that is this one. No,
Drunken Florida man slaps deputy who gave him a lift.
Why? That just seems rude.
He is dressed like the guy from Blue's Clues.
What?
Steve?
Steve.
Yeah, look at that.
He is.
What happened to you?
Steve, why?
Yeah.
Is this even an article? Florida man pulls his kid's tooth.
Well, there's a picture of a car. Click on it. I want to see if it's a car that he used to pull his tooth. Please.
Okay.
Wait.
Please.
Oh, wait. Is that the cultist?
It's a video.
Florida man
Is that
arrested
the
for
cultist?
resisting
No,
arrest.
that's the other bean.
Okay. So you want to play the cultist, right?
Yeah. Oh, he uses a Camaro
This
to pull
is
his
a-
kid's tooth out.
This is a bad idea.
Peel out. Pull your kid.
It's Florida, so that tooth probably isn't even loose.
That's gone.
Okay.
Good job, kid. That looked like he got like 4
I was
teeth.
about to say, that was not one tooth.
That was like 3 or 4.
Alright,
Wow.
Florida man is found in attic of massage parlor with fake beard and throwing knives. What was he doing?
I love it. Also, I'm not going to tell you guys the second deck I picked.
Oh, okay.
I would read the second one down, but it is awful. Oh wait, no, she didn't do it on purpose, so I guess that's fine. Florida woman goes to bar and leaves kids alone. Florida baby chokes on cigarette butt.
Florida man flings cup of pee at nurse for no reason.
Guys, I think I'm done with Florida.
I am too.
Okay, there's one more goddamn video. Florida man taking texting and driving to a new level.
It's
This
a picture
man has an iPad,
on his motorcycle.
like, mounted to the front of his motorcycle, right where his face is.
Where do you keep your moped or iPad?
on your moped.
At the fucking store where I didn't buy it from.
Hey, don't look through to see which one I got.
I'm not. I'm looking through to see which one I want. I'll take this one, because why not?
Florida man attempts to steal pleasure toy for lady friend.
At least it's for the lady friend. That's just polite.
Florida man fraternity member bites off head of hamster.
Back in my day, that was part of good music, okay? You just
Ozzy
let it
Osbourne.
happen.
But it was bats! Bats are at least creepy.
Also, he thought it was fake.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of those things. Someone threw it on stage and he thought it was a fake bat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think Alice Cooper is the only one who does things just like super crazy because he can.
Yeah.
Um,
Alice Cooper is pretty fucking crazy.
so next subject, messed up school stories.
I don't think I have
I don't really have any.
messed up ones. It was more
Just
like
weird shit.
me taking advantage of the system.
I have a fucked up story from 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah.
We were in art class, and Chris can attest to this. Our 3rd grade art teacher was a raging sociopath.
She was a bitch.
I drew sunglasses on the sun because I was in 3rd grade, and that's what I did, and that was my deal.
Why does the sun need sunglasses?
She walked over and was like, "Is that what the fucking sun looks like?" She didn't say it like that, but that was her
I like to
tone.
believe that's exactly how she said it.
But she was like, "Is that what the sun looks like? Is that really how you think the sun is?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Just back off the bed so we have a little bit more room. Oh, that is great.
And then the same woman, I told her I was allergic to chalk, and she said, "No, you're not, you're lying," and then made me work with chalk. and then said later on, "Why did you color yourself red with chalk?"
As you were covered in hives.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just not a good teacher.
No, not for 3rd grade. Maybe for college, but...
No, I wouldn't even say that because she was just mean.
Personal injuries. Sammy, you said you had a couple good personal injury stories.
I do as well.
My sister convinced me to belly flop into a bush, in which case I ripped off a good portion of my chest. And I still have a scar from that, and it's not fun. Yes.
Okay.
Tell the Cinderblock nut story.
I just love that lead up.
Yeah.
Tell the Cinderblock nut story.
Yeah, just
Okay.
go for it. I'm sure the person who...
I was about 14, hanging out with some really old friends in Montana. We were playing, like, they were learning to be engineering students. So, we started playing Sack Tapper because that's what 13-year-olds do. Why not? We love to hurt ourselves.
I didn't do that for the record.
Well, yeah. Okay,
you didn't know the enjoyment of getting your balls smashed in.
So much fun.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so I just want to say, I wasn't the one who did this. I mean, it was my idea, but I wasn't the one who did it.
So you're the one who did it.
Okay,
That's it.
it was revenge.
You're the reason this man has a plastic nut.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell the story.
Now, listen, that was a little bit of...
Okay,
That was
first,
shame with a little bit of pride mixed in that. Yeah. Just listen.
okay, just let me explain what he did to me first. I was shot in the nuts with a potato gun from 40 yards away. Both of my thighs were bruised for 2 months.
That took some fucking thought.
He planned it out.
Was it one of the potato guns that is a whole potato?
Yeah.
Ow!
That's awesome.
Ow.
I could not walk on my left leg for
I've
about
fired
2
a-
weeks.
I fired a potato gun. 40 yards isn't even like a quarter of how far that potato
No.
could have gone.
No. It was his own homemade one.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it
guessing
was
it
pretty
triggered
bad.
with the taser.
So,
No,
more importantly,
no, it didn't trigger with a taser.
More importantly, so,
It was air operated. It was an air cannon.
so you're telling me your thighs were mashed?
Yeah. Yes. So my idea was to make a pendulum with a toe chain and like a chunk of a cinder block. It wasn't a huge chunk of a cinder block. It was about the size of maybe a baseball, I guess.
How old were you?
13, 14.
That was still within the realm of reason.
Yeah. Shut up. We tested it out. We tested it out on me, and it hurt. I cushioned myself, yes, and I was ready for it. So when my friend walked through the door of his front house, the other guy that we were doing this with, he was just supposed to let it go, and it was supposed to swing into him. He fucking threw it with as much force as he could. It smashed our friend right perfectly in the dick. Perfectly. I was proud of that. And then he was on the floor for about 30 minutes. Like, he passed out from the pain. And we didn't realize it until about 5 minutes had gone past. We thought he was just in pain and on the floor, but he stopped moving. So we called an ambulance. And, yeah, his left, one of his testicles ruptured. I don't remember which. But, and he just recently got a prosthetic one. He told me about it.
Lefty always takes the hit.
Usually.
Let me see. Okay,
God.
so
That was, yeah.
a little bit of a happier note.
Okay.
So my friends and we decided we get bored. We like to do things, just anything. So we decided one day it's myself, got like 5 or 6, maybe up to 7 of us. I can't remember. There was a lot of us though. We decided that we were going to blend everything because we had access to a blender, which not the best plan. Step
No.
1, not very good idea.
How old?
High school.
Okay.
Old enough to know better. We still talk about this day though, so it's not that bad. But we blended everything in my buddy's pantry and fridge. And for good measure, we added a couple drops of green food color. Which, trust me, did not help. I remember the only 3 things I remember, and I know there was a lot more, was top ramen with the flavor packet, hot dogs, and peanut butter. But we also had like oatmeal and hot everything. We blended it, and we all go to drink it. Well, as soon as I get it here, I smell it, and I just go, whoop! Like that exact, whoop! Which makes all my friends laugh. Well, at this point, they're drinking this horrible concoction. It goes up their noses. 9/10 of them are out. One of them drinks it, like, he sets it down. One of my friends, and I don't know why, but he looks at us, and he finishes his cup, he sets it down, and he looks over and he goes, Are you gonna finish that? So we drank like 3 of these concoctions. By the way, none of my friends can do like peanut butter or hot dogs the same way ever again. Like to this day, and it's been a good 5 years to date how old I am. But yeah, and it just 15 minutes later, we're sitting there doing something. And he goes like this, and he goes, "Guys, I gotta go home." And apparently, it was just a horrible night.
Yeah, it sounds like. Oh, hello, Thunder. Hi there.
Oh.
Do you want me to tell the ladder story?
How many nuts did you bust?
Oh no, this wasn't a nut busting thing.
Didn't you also have that tarantula story?
Yeah.
Where you threw like 40 bricks at it?
I was 6. I threw the biggest brick I could find at a wolf spider. It shrugged it off and ran after me, and I bolted. I was scared.
I am terrified of the day where I move a box at work and there's just a fucking wolf spider sitting there.
Yeah, we don't get things from the Midwest or from the South very often, so it probably won't happen.
So
there's a ton of spiders in there.
So what you're telling
me, you've been bit before.
Is I need to order a wolf spider. Because as we decided earlier, my stuff goes through your guys' work.
Yeah.
Some of it, yes.
I've admitted that I probably threw something that shipped to you violently at a hole in the wall.
Whatever. Clothing.
Probably a few things.
Well, okay, now that we know it goes through there.
You have Amazon Prime. Yeah, a lot of Amazon Prime shit goes through our facility. No.
What are the bases?
No, bad. There
Nice.
I've never actually played this game, so...
It's easy enough.
Basic.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I do want to tell... Oh, wait.
Let me tell the ladder story first, since I already brought it up. Okay. This was the same year that we had the nuts thing.
Jesus.
Same friends. We loved wrestling and
before
stunts.
Or after?
And it...
Was your
Before.
friend in a hip cast, is what I'm asking.
He actually wasn't there. He wasn't a part of this. He was too smart for it.
Why?
That's why he had to get tricked into getting hit in the balls with this fucking piece of fucking concrete.
This story involves 2 ladders and 2 trampolines.
Oh, Jesus.
We loved stunts and performing stunts and wrestling. Wrestling probably isn't involved in this in any way, but we just loved like acrobatic shit. So we hoisted a ladder up into a tree, probably like 10 feet up into a tree, and we had 2 trampolines.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we had 2 trampolines at either point of the ladder where it ended. Well, that's the only ladder that matters. We used another ladder to get up onto the second ladder in the tree. The ladder in the tree was tied to the tree, so it wouldn't fall down.
Okay, safety first, that's important. Glad you thought that through.
Me and another one of my friends got onto either side of the ladder, and as he was positioning himself on one side, the ladder got untied. The knot, just slipped off. And so, he was heavier than I was. So, his part starts tipping over, and he just falls. And then my weight forces the ladder over onto the other side. And, it's already started to fall down, off the branch at this point. So, it flips over, and I just fall straight to the ground. My friend landed on a trampoline, broke his collarbone, and dislocated his elbow. I landed flat on my face on the ground from 10 feet in the air, and then the ladder comes down and hits me in the head. I had a grade 2 concussion, and I woke up in the hospital.
Nice.
I'm still surprised I didn't get stitches from that. I still never had stitches, despite 2 concussions and 5 broken bones. Yeah.
Right. What are the bases?
Where are the bases? Oh, the bases are in this one.
Oh, God.
Basically, you shuffle, draw 10 cards. You can play an action and a minion per turn. I don't know what else to play.
Beautiful castle! Minions here with power 5 or greater are not affected by opponent's cards.
Sometime later on, we will have a camera set up, sort of doing an overhead view of us
Ponyland.
playing.
If you have 2 or more minions here, your minions here cannot be destroyed.
Hold on.
Aquarium. After you play a minion here, you may move one of your minions from another base to here. Antarctic base. Players cannot play more than 1 minion here on this base each turn. Oh, and you brought Madness out, right?
Yep.
Madness cards. Great.
Who's talking?
Good. Dang.
Alright, so how do we decide who goes first? Because we already did the who woke up.
I don't know.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
15.
That's not between 1 or 4.
I'm sticking with my number.
3.
It was 3.
I was just going to say I'm going to pick up your phone and spin it, and whoever the LG is closest to goes first, but
That could work too.
Alright.
Still Sammy.
Sammy anyway. Okay.
Good job.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So that's okay, I'll just do something.
You get 1 minion and 1 action. Trying to think of a personal injury story.
I have an interesting trampoline story.
Go right ahead.
Me and my cousins liked to do a bunch of weird acrobatic shit on trampolines. And at one point, it had started with us putting all of our shoes and every shoe that we could find on the trampoline and trying and bouncing with them and then trying to dodge them. Well, and then we moved to spoons, forks, butter knives, and then we got the smart idea to use steak knives.
Up in the ante.
Because we felt like we were getting really good at this.
I thought it was getting dangerous at spoons.
We had a knife go through a part of my hand. And we had several other bodily injuries, but then because we felt the steak knives weren't quite as much of a challenge as we thought we could have, we added all of the combinations together and included things like soccer balls, footballs, and stuff. Well, there were also 6 of us on this trampoline.
Wow.
Pretty much this ended with a hole through my hand, my sister with several bruises, one of my cousins with a broken arm because she fell off the trampoline, and a couple different concussions from different people. So it was interesting. They also had a evil rooster, to where if he came by you had to beat him with a baseball bat, or else he would like attack you. So you're also fighting off this rooster.
I have a sad trampoline story. It was the day I found out that I'm too big for trampolines now.
Oh.
I was jumping with my cousin. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. It was like senior year, I think, of my high school. And then I jumped and tried to land on my butt, but I went all the way down and hit a rock right on my tailbone, and then came back up and could not move. And then I was just like, oh god. It is a sad day when you find out you can never go on a trampoline again.
You can, just not like that.
Just make sure the hole underneath the trampoline is deep enough.
Oh, yeah,
There was no hole. That may have been the issue.
Yeah.
I forgot that we ruined that trampoline.
Doesn't surprise me. They're throwing knives at it. Oh my god.
At least we didn't use ladders.
Yeah. I wasn't smart.
I remember coming across a YouTube video where this kid, like, his whole family supported this. There was like Stuntman Stan or some shit like that. And he was like, I'm gonna jump from the roof to the trampoline into the pool. And then it was just the most anticlimactic thing ever. He jumped off the roof onto the trampoline, and then, like, did a tiny little bound, and then looked at the camera like, I'm gonna try that again! And then fucking completely missed. He just, like, he did that, like, 4 times in a row, and then he had the idea of his family, like, double jumping him. And, again, it was the most anticlimactic thing, because his family double jumped him, and he went really high, but he didn't get the forward momentum to go into the pool, so it was just watching this kid jump on a trampoline a bunch while his whole family cheered him on.
That's really funny.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Is that your mind?
Oh yeah, it's still my
Yeah,
turn.
I don't think I have
keep
any
forgetting
crazy tramp. I owned one, but I mean, we weren't that crazy about it.
Yeah.
Although spoons. Okay, so we'll have to play it sometime. All we need is some paper, a pencil to keep score, and a deck of cards and spoons. Basically, you have 4 cards in your hand. The first person draws. They switch out. You can only have 4 in your hand at one at a time. Oh, ninjas! And it's basically the point is when you get 4 of a kind,
Right.
you grab a spoon. Well, you have one less spoon than other people. Yeah, you know. And whoever doesn't get it gets an S. When you get spoons, you're out of the game. It doesn't sound that intense. Now, my family isn't allowed to play this game at social gatherings unless there's a lot of us, because we break furniture. Because the first person gets 4, they pass it, they go, and they grab the spoon, and you end up fighting over a spoon. It's amazing.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can, but it'll be gone at the end of your turn.
Oh.
The goal is you want to have the most points on here when the points
missed
get
the
up
end of your
to
turn.
that number.
I just won't play an action.
Okay. And then you
You draw 2.
no matter what?
Yeah, you draw 2 no matter what, and you discard down to 10. If you have more than
For some reason, that reminds me, one Thanksgiving, I remember, like, half of my family was drunk and fucking mesmerized by throwing a ping pong ball into a ceiling fan.
I'm going to play Collector. Return a minion of power 3 or less on this base to its owner's hand.
Like, I have never seen,
Yeah.
like, a
At the end of
50-year-old
your turn, you
man...
draw 2, but you have to discard down to 2.
I have never
And
seen a 40-year-old man laugh at the same thing a baby would laugh at.
Oh, you're not doing it right.
So,
Okay. My action.
throw-up stories. I have a...
I am going to play
Pretty good
Insanity. Each other player draws 2 madness cards.
So, when I was little, I, like, really liked cottage cheese for some reason.
Gross.
You know where this is going.
Dude.
I was at my
I'm
grandmother's at the time.
I'm going to play Star Spawn of Cthulhu. And then I'm going to give you the madness card you just made me get.
Oh, is it give someone else?
Yeah. Place a madness card from your hand to another player's hand.
So I had eaten
So, is this like
a nice...
Yeah, just an action.
I had eaten a nice amount of a thing of cottage cheese, and then suddenly I felt, like, really bad. So I was like, and then I had to go to the bathroom, so I stood up and got to the bathroom. As soon as I stood up, I fell to my knees and threw up. My whole stomach contents was just cottage cheese at that point.
I'm going to play a Sacred Circle
And-
on Ponyland.
As I threw up into one of those little floor vents.
Oh.
So that smell spread throughout that whole trailer.
That's so
Oh,
gross.
It was so bad.
So, I've only thrown up, I think, 4 times in my life.
I can change that.
I've only thrown up.
Probably.
There's a place you can punch a man that'll make him throw up.
There's
Does it
several
wad
places
them?
you can punch them.
Yeah.
I've
Waddle?
thrown up maybe twice in my adult life, and one of them was because I ate too much ice cream.
You
And
said
the other
that
one was
stomach.
because of food poisoning. It wasn't that I ate too much ice cream, it's just the ice cream at Cold Stone is rich as hell.
Yeah, it is. And delicious.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys have such weak stomachs.
I had a full meal beforehand, and then I got mint chocolate, and then I ate it, and then my stomach was like, that's too much, and then it threw up just the perfect amount to make me feel
You
okay.
should have did that thing where you just sit there hating yourself because you ate too much for like an hour.
I tried.
I ate Cold
That
Stone, and then I had, like, 3-week past the expiration date chocolate milk, and 3 beef sticks, like the Oberto beef sticks. God, I was up at 4 a.m. throwing up for like an hour. It's terrible.
I have an interesting throw up one. My high school used to do a kind of a guy version of a beauty pageant. And one of these, I was working backstage for it, and one of these guys during the rehearsal of it, he kept saying that he was going to chug a gallon of chocolate syrup.
Delicious.
And we're like, we are going to give you a garbage can and a tart because you will throw up. And he says, no, I won't throw up. Well, the day comes around, and sure enough, he chugs the whole thing, and he is fine on as soon as he comes off stage. We had a garbage can waiting for him, and he just threw up. He couldn't even finish the rest of the pageant.
Was that his talent?
Yes, actually, that was his talent.
I juggle, I sing, I can chug chocolate syrup like a fucking animal.
Gotta open your throat hole. Oh, whose turn is it?
Sammy's.
Did you not play a creature?
I didn't play an action.
You play a creature.
That's right.
So yeah. Also, someone else had one to where they juggled a fish, and in rehearsal they had a fake fish, so we were okay with this. Until the day of, and they brought a real fucking fish, and then left it there. They hid it in our theater. Took us like 2 weeks to find the little fucking thing.
I have a theater food story. I think Chris knows it.
Yep.
We were shooting a commercial for one of our plays, and I went into the dressing room because we were going to do some shooting in there, and there's a box of Chinese food.
Sounds delicious. I love it.
This was about 3 weeks after summer vacation ended, and I opened it up, and it was just a pile of blue moss with a little bit of Chinese food. It was so bad. It smelled so terrible. God.
I'm gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna do this. So this one goes away.
Yep.
Yay, I did something meaningful. Shoot breaks.
Oh,
No.
I forgot to draw two.
Nope. I have to check what it was. Am I up?
Yes, you are.
More stories. Arguments that have ended in an unexpected way.
Going to play my Byakuya there. You get to draw a madness. And then I'm going to play Unfathomable Goals. All players reveal his or her hand. If you have a madness card in it, you must destroy one of your minions. Friendship!
Woo!
Love you.
I have no minions.
I have that minion that I'm perfectly going to throw.
I think it's one off the field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah, it's one off the field.
Only one minion on the field.
I was arguing with someone, I think it was, well, it's my now current ex, and it was just one of those for fun arguments or whatever, but I legitimately got angry, and then randomly throughout the conversation, I yelled in an Irish accent, a perfect Irish accent. I can't do that on purpose. You know, out of nowhere, something in my brain snapped and I turned into an Irishman for that split second.
We are good at being angry.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm Irish and German, so... Although, with my... I believe that if I ever get drunk, I'm going to be real happy and, like, huggy and singy.
I lick people's faces when I'm drunk.
You do.
Funny story about licking people's faces.
It's actually only that.
Yeah. She walked up to me and said, "Can I lick your face?" And I was like, sure. Because everybody else who I knew that would lick people's faces would not stop asking until you let them do it. So I was like, okay, I'll get this.
I was also drunk as fuck. I had 3 shots of tequila on an empty stomach.
You
had
were
a
not-
glass of rum.
Okay, first
You were
off,
not
don't
standing
drink,
up straight.
don't drink tequila. This stuff is horrible.
I like it.
I think as the eldest here, I
like it.
I'm going to say that tequila's horrible. Anybody listening at home, stick with whiskey. It's a beautiful, beautiful drink.
It's pretty good too. Don't mix the two. Do not mix the two.
God, what were we talking about? I got licking
faces.
Okay, so I cannot remember where I got the idea, but I was hanging out with my group of friends back down south. For everyone at home, when I say south, I mean Arizona because directionally it is in fact south. But my ex is there, and I say to the group, guys, I figured out how to piss a girl off no matter what. And
this is where I got this, by the way. Sammy.
Oh, so you're the...
I used this.
He did that to me.
Okay. I have a question while I'm done with my story then. And they're all like, what? And they won't stop. And I'm like, no, I can't say it. And I knew her. She was the most like, you have to tell me. So I'm like, okay, come here. I'll whisper in your ear. So she gets close, and I lick her from the chin all the way up. And she just beat me. Well, now it's for science, because scientifically we have proven that 100% of women, if you lick their face without announcing it, will be upset with you. Now, we have gotten to the point where we have made someone cry because of this. But it's a long-running thing. Now, did you get upset? I have to know for science. Scientifically, were you upset?
I halfway announced it.
Completely honest,
well,
were you upset?
He said that I'm gonna do something weird, and I go, okay. And he did. He did not lick on the side of my face. He looked straight up the middle of my face.
Take it to the next level. Scientifically, I respect that.
Pretty much. Then he follows up with licking up my chest, but that's okay.
That was a different thing.
That
went somewhere else.
So I didn't really have time to be that upset.
Okay.
It was more about what the fuck just happened.
Okay.
So,
well,
to be fair, I think you might have ruined your scientific results for that one.
Yeah, you definitely contaminated the experiment.
Being a scientific major, yes, you did. Too many variables.
Yep.
You can't change up that many variables. You have to keep it.
Yeah.
He gets 2 more. And that is the end of my turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually one of the ways I met Matt, since I was drunk and I...
What is happening to your computer?
Oh boy.
I assume the keyword being...
I'm stepping on that.
Matt's is stepping on it.
Good
Nice
job, Matt.
Search MS.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I am up. Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh my god. The suspense is killing me.
So I can't wait for Bob Rauschenberg cast parties, just because the show itself is fucking weird.
It is. It's fun.
There's a whole scene where there's no dialogue, it's just someone walking out on stage and beating the shit out of a trash can with a baseball bat, and then they walk off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also,
First
the opening
scene,
scene is someone comes down in a chicken suit on rollerblades.
There's also a man in nothing but a trucker cap rowing a bathtub on stage. I'm an understudy for all the male roles, so if any males drop out, I get their role.
Nice.
I'm
also
hoping
the
trucker
stage
guy
manager.
drops out.
In my defense, work has merely... Because I work evening. I mean, I love my job, guys.
I wish you worked mornings, so we could hang out at night.
Nope, I work night. I wish you worked nights so we can hang out in the morning.
Well, I work from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yep, same here.
Let's put this one.
Me and Chris work together.
But
God.
yeah, I'm stage
So-
manager and I'm light designing it, so I'm cool.
And we're also doing a reading of Shakespeare's Star Wars. We can only do a reading because we don't want to be sued. We don't want to pay Disney for rights to anything, and I don't think we can anymore.
Just do that.
It's not forcing people to pay. I guess.
Nope. There's a heavily suggested donation box.
Yes, in a cowboy hat.
Yes.
It's a good old-fashioned, heavily suggested donation box.
Only heavily suggested.
We are, like, skimming the legality of being able to do this show.
Nope.
I held my hand the wrong way.
Okay.
Hey, I did do an action.
I know. I'm not doing anything yet.
Now I'm done.
Okay. Here's a base. Return each minion on that bit. Oh, damn it. It was Homer's hands.
I'm not destroying them.
You're a bitch.
You know I don't destroy things. I just make them go away.
Alright.
Now you're up.
And now I get to do the exact same thing. Cool. Get look through the top 3 cards of my deck twice.
Yeah, more stories, things to talk about.
I can tell a story. I probably got rid of half of my face.
Go for it.
I only have a few squares of that, so. I liked Barbie cars, but I did not like Barbies. So I used to put TY Beanie Babies in them, and then I'd push them down, and I'd drive them around on the sidewalk.
I'll play Whispers in the Dark. I get to draw a Madness card. Then I get to play 2 extra actions.
And
One
at
of
one
them is
point,
draw. His seal is broken. I draw a Madness. I gain victory point.
At one point, I was just booking it down the sidewalk, and a rock caught in the wheel of my little Barbie car, and I kept going,
But it did not.
And it did not, and I scraped up the whole left side of my face, down on my neck, my chest, my hands. It was bad. And then that was the day before picture day. So I have 2nd grade pictures to where you can see an eye, half of my nose, and like a cheek of my face. The rest is completely in bandages.
By the way, Scott, I see on your windowsill that there is a dipstick, an unused dipstick, and that's either a condom or a packet of red pepper flakes. Or
Red
something
pepper
like
flakes. Actually, it's moist towelettes.
it. Okay. I was about to say, were you going to have a little experiment? Lick the dipstick and put it in the red pepper flakes and see if that's good?
What's funny is half of this lipstick is licked.
It's probably been like that for a week.
Let's just be honest. Okay, guys, I'll throw it out there. I'm not the tidiest of people.
No.
I know where everything is, though.
Yeah.
You have a bottle of dish soap just randomly on the floor.
That's
Where do you keep your extra bottles of dish soap? That your roommates can't get a hold of it. You gotta remember, I have 7 roommates.
True.
7?
Not necessarily on the room of my floor.
Steven's on his way.
Oh, hey, you finally woke up.
In my defense, this is literally the area I have.
Should we say some things from Sunday?
What happened Sunday? Oh, yeah!
Your dad poked me in the face with the sword a couple times.
Okay,
Tell me
be
to be
fair,
more aggressive.
To be fair, my dad has been fencing for 30 plus years. I have been fencing for 20-ish.
So all of your life.
All of my life. Ever since I was old enough to pick up a sword. And I had Max over, and I asked my dad if he wanted to teach him how to fence.
I don't think this game's good.
Oh, is it my turn?
I don't know.
It's Max's.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I did quite a bit of stuff during my turn. So
Steven's bringing his Xbox.
Okay. So we can do Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah.
For
Yes,
probably
no,
25 minutes.
kick your butts
Probably.
so much.
So,
Yeah.
what rehearsal are you guys going to?
They are.
Rauschenberg?
I'm not going in.
Steven's going to.
Play him, I get to play an extra minion. Play Pinky.
Pinky.
It's
Pink. It's Pinky, not pie. Pinky cake.
You guys get a little bit too distracted during this game to have a podcast during it.
Yeah,
Probably. Probably
what
not
were
so
we
great
talking
idea.
about?
Farts.
You asked originally about fencing,
Oh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
you mean the art of putting up fences?
yes, exactly that. My dad's kind of a Tom Sawyer in that.
So he gets everyone else to do it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how he's been doing it for 30 years.
It's awesome.
I was actually really good at that when I was younger. I had such a large group of friends. I could usually find somebody to come over and help me do stuff, and it ended up just like, all right, you go do that. I'll be over here now.
I was that person that people convinced to do shit because I was so freaking gullible.
Oh, see,
My sister convinced me to drink out of a mud puddle. Yeah. I was very gullible. You guys aren't sports people, so you're a sports person? Thank you.
I love the sports ball. Yeah, the sports ball.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to a sports ball game tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to a Blazers game.
Yeah.
And you have a freaking box seat.
Yeah, I do.
Fucking
How did you
asshole.
score that?
Yeah, I showed up to work one day and they asked me if I wanted to go. And at first I was like, no.
Of course you're not going to say no, because that's like a...
Actually...
It's like a $200 ticket.
I was like, no, because there are only 2 single people in my department, and my department and one other department got it. I didn't know the other department got it, so I didn't know who else got a ticket. I thought just me had one. So I was like, you enjoy it, I'm sure you will. You like sports way more than I do. Later that night, my buddy from Delhi walks in and goes, dude, we got the ticket, because I got ours. And I went, oh, shit. So I showed up the next day, and I was like, hey, Terry, are you really excited about that? She was like, yeah, a little bit. I was like, okay, if you want to go, keep it. And she was like, all right, we're at 25. We need to hit 20, she wanted to hit 27. So in the next, half an hour, I sold, $300 worth of halibut.
Nice.
And she was just straight up like, all right, you can have the ticket. If I had been able to hit 3, she was going to pay for my beer, too.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Like, hit your own fucking
You're gonna watch him kick the sports skit ball into the goal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping they make some good slap shots.
This hurts my soul a bit.
Me too.
Maybe,
I don't like
Christ.
sports. I like playing some
Hey,
sports.
Max,
I don't like soccer or basketball.
if I'm lucky,
playing
maybe they'll
wise.
get a touchdown near me.
That would be cool.
Oh,
I
God.
hate you.
God.
I can feel my
Maybe you
IQ
can-
points dropping.
Maybe,
Okay.
Maybe you can
Okay.
catch a puck.
If
I would love to catch a puck.
oh!
Only if the kicker misses, though.
Yeah.
Kicks the puck. Okay. So,
I actually like hockey.
If you guys
but
don't know,
I've actually
um,
almost gotten hit with the puck before.
the trail-
which is not fun.
the game that we're referencing that Scott is going into is a Trailblazers game. We live just across the river from Portland, Oregon.
I'm really
And
excited
the
about this
Trailblazers
rugby game.
are a fucking shut your fucking hole.
How about the log throwing tournament?
Oh, I don't even joke.
Max, I don't know if it
It's
work out.
basketball.
Don't even joke
It's
about
basketball,
log throwing,
guys.
I can do that.
It's caber
basketball.
toss?
Yes, I can
Is
do
it
caber
proper?
toss
I-
very
I
well.
think I could.
I beat every
I
female
would.
that
I
I've
would like to try.
I
I know
assume-
I'm okay at hatchet throwing. I'm gonna go to the. What is it?
Spring Feast. It's called
Yeah,
Spring
and I'm
Feast.
gonna
Like
try
SC.
to. I'm gonna practice a bit with my hatchet throwing and see if I can score.
I
Well-
have thrown logs in the past, so I think I can do it.
I throw people stuff that they order every day.
Need to order you some logs. Get you going.
Oh, jeez.
Just order logs. Don't even just.
You know you can order shrimp off them. And
That's
like
scary.
lobster.
That sounds horrifying.
You can order
I-
lobster.
Is it
Do the
live?
drones deliver it?
Do you know how much a lot? Okay, first off, a lobster is going to be like $30 at least. You're ordering offline, so you have to get that. You're going to have to get at least 2-day delivery, so that's going to bump it up even more. There's going to be, there's cost if it's live to keep it. And dude, that'd be like $100 lobster. I don't.
No.
But it gets delivered to your house.
Yeah.
So, are
So
you
you don't
willing to
even
play
have
an
Yeah,
extra
after he throws it.
breaks it in half. All its guts go everywhere. Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to one of those restaurants where it has the cooks and they're like flipping shit in front of you.
Yeah.
That would also be Mongolian Grill. They do that.
Yeah.
Dude, we should go to Mongolian Grill sometime.
Mongolian
I
Grill
love that
is
place.
kind of gross. I'm sorry.
You're
I
kind
don't
of
know.
gross.
I am.
Well, at least you admit
I
it.
don't know.
But let's go to fucking Slappy Cakes in Portland.
I don't even
That
know.
place
It's
is
the same
amazing.
thing with pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
But
amazing
syrup
stuff.
gets everywhere.
You don't have to have syrup. You can do peanut butter.
You
You can
can't.
do peanut butter, you can do jelly, you can do marshmallow, you can do syrup, you can do gummy bears, you can do Oreos, you can do Skittles.
You
can
piqued
do-
his interest with the gummy bears.
Like, is it mixed in or just?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can mix bananas, peaches, orange slices.
You had me at gummy bears.
Yeah.
Can I get Skittles?
I think so.
If I bring Skittles, will they put Skittles?
I think they have
Are you
Skittles
allowed
as
to
well.
call the people their pancake slave if they're not black?
On that
Whoa.
note, also,
I said if they're not
no,
black.
no, that's what makes it racist. If you say it no matter what, it's okay. But
Oh, okay.
once you add the variable race in there, that's what makes it racist.
Okay.
That's why I'm mean
I'm
to
just
everybody.
saying They have a fucking, like, spatula and shit that's hot as hell. I don't want to offend someone, so I'm not going to do it, but I'm saying, can you?
On the note of saying things like that, you know what waitresses really hate? If you call them serving wench.
Not at
Depends.
Renaissance things.
Depends.
That is true.
I actually am a serving wench in anything,
no, it depends on where. If you're, like, at a normal restaurant. But in my defense, around a Renaissance fair time, we all get excited. It's just like around a Rocky. I flirt with anything that moves.
I think you did it anyway.
I do not. Do I?
I don't know.
Guys, do I flirt with everything?
I'm fucking oblivious to
me right
flirting.
now.
Yeah, but Chris, that's you, baby.
Me and Sammy are dating, and neither of us can flirt. Worth a fucking damn.
No, it took how many people? At least two.
I think
At very least two.
2 or 3 people had to get involved.
Oh, yeah. No, here's my thing. I don't know how to flirt. I'm good at seeing other people. I'm like, oh, so-and-so's interested in so-and-so.
Yeah, I can do that
But
too.
with me,
I'm oblivious to
no
everything,
clue.
so I don't know.
Chris could literally give me a blowjob right now and be like, what's he doing? What's going on?
How do you know I haven't already been doing
That is...
that?
That explains that sensation.
That explains the reason I'm so relaxed.
Oh,
Max, get the cum blanket.
That one, right? There's the one below there. Is that the one that's buried?
Just leave it. Leave it.
There's a towel with teriyaki sauce all over it. Right?
Teriyaki
Next
sauce.
to your Space Invaders
Whatever
tie.
this-
My defense, my Space Invaders tie was not there earlier.
Okay.
And also...
When did you have a fucking muffin last? I want answers on this.
I'm trying to...
Or a
okay,
cupcake.
it might not have been a muffin or a cupcake. You gotta remember where I work, I get free stuff a lot.
That's true.
Okay,
So,
that was cool.
yeah.
What did you just do?
Also-
Just throw something?
It
Also,
flipped in the
I would
air.
just like to point out, it was not teriyaki, it was plum sauce.
Okay.
was-
I hope.
Is it plum sauce?
Actually, yeah, it's plum sauce.
Ugh.
It's like,
on your tie.
oh, dick.
It fell. I'm sorry.
It's like you guys are gonna question why I have hot sauce. Click at the reach.
Oh, Fire of the Mountain.
Hell yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Chipotle
Chug
bourbon.
it right now.
No,
Oh, don't
Also
do
have,
that.
I think,
I hope.
alcohol, vanilla something.
There's
I
not
wouldn't
much
drink that.
left in it.
I wouldn't drink that.
It's a vanilla-infused porter.
Yeah, not as good as I thought, which is why it's so full.
It smells interesting.
I would not take a sip. It's been there for a little bit.
But you tell me not to.
It's been.
And therefore-
It's legitimately been at least a week,
Oh.
maybe 2.
Open?
Yes.
Just sitting open on your
yes.
windowsill?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also driving later, but you told me not to.
Just don't. Please don't.
Oh.
I kind of want to see it happen now. I've given all the warning I can.
If this happens, it happens.
Just don't drink enough to get fucked up.
Oh shoot! should
I
take-
doubt that I'll be able to
That's
drink
sick.
enough to actually like.
I'm kidding. That's the...
That has an interesting flavor.
I know, right? I don't know what it tastes like now, but
Well, you
You're
said
gonna
it.
I
find
can't
out.
showed up.
A girl just drank questionable alcohol on your windowsill.
In fact, it's mellowed out a lot.
So it tastes kind of mellow.
Yeah, it's really mellowed out. It had a lot more of a hoppy flavor last time. It definitely tastes like vanilla better. I might drink that tonight.
It's almost.
You are very Irish.
It's almost good. It's almost to the point of being
Almost
good.
I want
If
to
you
buy
don't
you...
question it, it actually might be good.
The really crazy thing is I keep my window open all the time, so it's been a legit, like, 60 degrees at most.
Yeah.
So I'm Irish, so I can ask this question. The Irishman's conundrum. Do you eat the potato now?
Or you turn
or
it
do
into vodka.
you let it sit and turn into alcohol later?
Well, I think you already let it sit and turn to alcohol already.
Well, that was
Or-
vanilla.
Once again,
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
not as good as my whiskey, though.
No.
Mary-
So yeah, I just drank strange alcohol. Because I also do not know Scott very well.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just
This
randomly
is
drank
our
his weird
third
alcohol.
time hanging out ever,
Maybe,
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
And some with some boxes.
On the note of drinking strange alcohol, it's been good, everybody! Except things from strangers.
Especially if you find it on their windowsill.
And it's not dick.
No, what? No. If a stranger offers you dick, take it if you want. We're not here to judge.
I mean, come on.
Are we
dick is a
talking
great
attached to
delicacy.
them or just a stray bag of dicks?
Hey, are you doubting the validity of a bag of dick?
I am.
Bag
That's gonna
of
be
dicks.
that's gonna be the next item in Space Pirates, isn't it?
It's a bag of
The bag of many
Please give
dicks.
it to JD. Please give it to JD.
No, it's the bag of dick. Singular.
Singular.
Bag of dick. But it's going
Do
to
you
be...
like open it and a giant penis comes out with
Yeah.
a boxing glove at the end and hits people?
It does now.
Please give it to JD.
Just a
Oh, he
massive
wouldn't even know
Minotaur
what to
penis.
do. Yeah, no, it'll show up at the Cult of the Freaky Three-Legged Starfish.
The fucked up three-legged
Yeah.
starfish. Yeah.
Or the duck. The interdimensional duck.
The blink duck.
Don't pick up a duck in dungeon.
I had to make something up that was mean, but not too mean.
It could have been too mean. I was okay. I would have been okay with it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have.
He might have been.
I don't know.
I think we should end it now.
We did say goodbye, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you
well,
guys.
Everybody listening, get out of my house!
Oh.
I said listening, not you.